Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Bodacious Rant with Bern and Rye. And if you don't know what we're talking about today, or my little sound, I did the best interpretation I could, imitation really. We're talking about the sequel to a big hit film that came out, I think, about 3 years ago now, which is crazy that time flies that quickly. And this is the Super Mario Galaxy movie, starring Chris Pratt, Charlie Day, Anya Taylor-Joy, Jack Black, and whoever. This is a spoiler-free review, so we're not gonna ruin it for you all unless you've been on social media and you probably have seen spoilers. But that's not our job today. Feel free to, if you did enjoy the movie or just like tuning in and listen to me and Bern talk about our flicks and whatnot, feel free to give us that thumbs up, ring the bell for notification, and don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button so you could join the ranting community. We're 200 strong, so I appreciate you all. Anyways, what was I going to say? So this is the sequel. This is a movie that we could have seen coming a long time ago. It's not like it came out of nowhere, because the first one made bank, and it's Super Mario. Like, it's one of the biggest IPs of all pop culture. So this one takes place a little bit after the second one, or sometime after, in which Mario and Luigi are kind of roaming the Mushroom Kingdom, being the big legends after all the stuff that happened in the first one. But Bowser Jr. comes in and starts wreaking havoc and kidnapping princesses, so Mario and Luigi have to step in and stop all this from happening. And the first one, I don't remember not liking it necessarily. I haven't rewatched it since I saw it in theaters, to be honest, so I don't know if that says much to it, but I thought the first one was okay. It's like a typical... It's on the weaker video game adaptations, in my opinion, where it's like it's got some story, got some heart to it, but it definitely felt like just a cash grab. And this one is no different. When watching this, I will say this one definitely took more of a family friendly, more. I would say it's definitely more for kids and stuff this time around. Not that the first one wasn't, but I saw a lot more families in the theater I was in. I don't know if that was the same experience for you, Bern, when you saw it, but yeah, I just felt like it's definitely a typical sequel. We got to go throw more money at it, got to go bigger, cooler, and all that stuff, but not much story and substance to it. But Bern, what did you think about this one? And be honest, man, did you have any sort of expectations for this, or yours pretty low? Because mine were definitely low when I saw a sequel for this one.
I mean, I think I told you, like, going in that, I mean, after the movie, I had seen the movie, that I was like, yeah, this is about as much as what I expected after what we got from the first movie, where, like you, I echo the same sentiments of the first movie, where it was good. It's really well animated. And it has all these fun, like, Nintendo references and stuff for people who are fans of the games or in other properties and stuff. But when it comes to, like, a really good story and, like, really good character work and stuff like that, like, that's where it was really lacking. Like, it had all the flash and didn't really have any of the substance in the first movie. So, I had fun with it, but, it was one of those where, like, after the movie ends, you're just kind of like not thinking about it anymore, and that feels like it's the same here for this one for me too. Like you mentioned, this movie like does go bigger with it. It includes a lot more things, a lot more Nintendo properties, and like a lot. It's just more of more. Like obviously we have Brie Larson here as Rosalina, who is a fun addition. You have Childish Gambino or as Yoshi. It's like you have like all these like big names that you're bringing into it. Benny Safdie as Bowser Jr. So it's like they're not like holding back in terms of like the star power that they're bringing into these movies, and in terms of the movie itself, they really do go big with the action sequences and all the different set pieces that they do, and there's so much stuff like there visually like for fans to pick at. So it's like visuals galore, but when it comes down to it, it was like, this just feels like a roller coaster ride. It feels like the movie itself is just kind of going from set piece to set piece, and there wasn't really a lot of like connective tissue there, or like moments for me to really care about these characters outside of just me knowing them like my whole life, just because but just based on the fact that their video games have been around since I before I was born. So it's like, other than that sort of connection to it, the movie doesn't really give me anything more on that end, and that was a little bit unfortunate. So yeah, I mean, it has all the visual splendor, all the fun that the kids are definitely going to like. But as much as like I was enjoying what I was seeing, I was really just felt like the movie kept me at arm's length and like wanting to really really love it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna like again, like we talked about, the animation's on point, the cast is solid, and it's Super Mario. This is something we've all interacted with at some point in our lives, unless you were just very anti video game, and that I am sorry about that part of your life, but no judgment in all honesty. It's like, and that maybe that's also maybe on the fandom and nerds like us. Do we hold these games and all these characters in such high standard that we expect like almost Academy Award winning stuff, when in reality it's like it's a video game. You just hit stuff, you jump around. What's real story to it? But that's also coming from, that's a very cynical mindset, but that's also coming from someone, I never really played the Mario games. I would literally be that person that someone had Nintendo, let's just play Super Smash Bros. And I would not select Mario. I'd always go for Bowser or somebody different. But so that could be my perspective. For those of you who did happen to love it and really have ties to this, let us know in the comments once you're done with our rantings and stuff, because I'd love to see what your thoughts are all on of it. Do you really like these movies? Do they bring the, oh my god, I can't talk, do they achieve the expectations you want for these kind of characters? I'd love to know. But I just feel like that's all there, like the animation, the cast, but they just don't do anything with it. And for a video game like this, I don't know how much story there's involved with the games or anything like that, but I feel like that's a perfect opportunity. Like, let's make something wholesome out of this, or let's really drive a character driven story with these guys, since they're literally a video game about the characters. So, with all that being said, just because it's definitely a style over substance kind of sequel, like most of these big pop culture sequels go, I'm going to give this one a 2 out of 5. I think if you like the games, you have kids, or maybe you want a family outing for this Easter, I think this is a fine movie to go see. But if you're looking for something good to watch, I wouldn't waste my money on it. Maybe on a $5 Tuesday or when it comes out for rental. But yeah, I just don't think this ain't it, fam. This is one of those movies I'm just gonna be like, if someone's like, hey, let's watch this, I'm like, pass. I'll go do something else, thank you. So that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think you put it best. Was like, this one's gonna be one for the families and the kids. They're gonna really enjoy this one. They're gonna soak up all the action and the visuals and the really cool animation. And they're gonna have a lot of fun with it. And even myself, again, I was having fun with the movie, but sometimes you need a little bit more than just fun. It's like when there isn't things to care about, it kind of takes away from like really really being super invested into it outside of just eye candy. And this movie has that galore. So yeah, for the people who or just want to go and like be entertained and stuff, this one you can do much worse than this. But if you're looking for something a little bit more there, like you were hoping for them to like really delve deep into the lore of these characters in this world, outside of just seeing them, you're not really going to get too much of it. And yeah, it is unfortunate that this seems to be like on the lower end of the video game adaptions, or maybe like sort of like just under the mid tier of it. Both of these movies just feel like they're just like, I don't know why they're not doing what they're or trying to like emulate what they're doing with the Sonic movies, because those movies they have all the flash and the pan and everything, and they have stuff that leaves you like enjoying it. Like there's a little bit more substance there. So it's unfortunate that these movies just couldn't quite get into it. But again, if you're just going in for a good time, if you just want to see a movie like this weekend and just have an outing with the fam, like you said, this one will definitely fill that role. So for me, this one's going to be a 2 out of 5. I didn't hate it. I still think you can find some entertainment in this. But for me, who's looking for a little bit more, it just didn't really reach those goals for me. But yeah, I mean, it's still a decent enough time to where you don't feel like your entire day was wasted watching it.
I mean, also for me, I think it's going to take a really good movie to take, Project Hail Mary out of my mind. Especially because I went to go see a different movie with my girlfriend, which we'll talk about later. And I was like, if this movie sucks, I'm going to say we should have gone to see Project Hail Mary again. Just me being selfish and stupid. But yeah, 2 out of 5 for both me and Bern. It's not horrible, but for the IP and the nature of like how big this whole situation is, it definitely should have been better. So, for those of you who did happen to catch it this weekend, feel free to let us know in the comments. And like I said, for those of you who are fans of the video games, maybe you've done deep dive lore, like into the lore and stuff, let us know what you think without spoiling the movie, of course. But until next time, everyone, hope y'all are doing great. We're already getting close to, it's April, but June is going to be here before we know it, and we're already going to be halfway through 2026. So, everybody keep staying good and stay bodacious and keep on ranting for us.
Absolutely, everybody. Be good, be safe, and as always, we'll catch you guys on the next one.